rhythm, and resilience.
Where every thread of the fabric tells a story,
Every beat of the drum echoes heritage.
and every voice carries the soul of generation.
We are Africa, bold, beautiful, and timeless. At Some TV, we don't just tell African stories.
We celebrate it in every color, sound, and tradition.
From the past that shaped us.
To the future we proudly define.
Some TV, Africa, seen, heard, celebrated. Some TV, cause of the nation. Africa, a land.
Do you want to score 280 and above in JAMB? At Taraba Business School, we can make your dream come through. Register now for our JAMB and CBT training. Intensive JAMB and WACE coaching classes with experienced teachers is ongoing. You will also be trained on computer-based training, CBT. Visit Taraba Business School today. We are located opposite Civil Service Commission, 183 Hamarua Way, Jalingo, Taraba State. You can call the following numbers for inquiries: 080 602 69140, 070 634 28464, 080 606 60861. Do you want to score 280 and above in JAMB? At Taraba Business School, we can make your dream come through. Register now for our JAMB and CBT training. Intensive JAMB and WACE coaching classes with experienced teachers is ongoing. You will also be trained on computer-based training, CBT. Visit Taraba Business School today. We are located opposite Civil Service Commission, 183 Hamarua Way, Jalingo, Taraba State. You can call the following numbers for inquiries: 080 602 69140, 070 634 28464, 080 606 60861.
Yes, good morning, everyone. You're welcome to Sports Daily on Some TV. It's a beautiful Tuesday morning, and it's a morning to reflect on a lot of matches played yesterday night, and maybe a day or two before now. Before we go on to Sports Daily, before we sprint into the program fully, let me introduce myself. I am Abraham Minor Joda, and today I'm going to be your anchor on Sports Daily. And with me this morning is a lover of sports, a football analyst, and a student of Taraba State University, Mr. Ezra Dangana.
Yes, sir.
Good morning. You're welcome.
Thank you, sir.
To the show. It's a pleasant day. How are you feeling this morning?
I'm feeling perfect.
You're feeling perfect.
Yes.
Okay. Well, it's a good thing to feel perfect, despite. Well, in all things they say there's hope in everything. You can see silver lining. I know a lot of us may not be in a very good mood when it comes to sports this morning because of the fact that Nigeria crashed out of AFCON by losing on penalties to the Atlas Lions of Morocco. It was a sad one for millions of Nigerians and lovers of football all over the world. But well, it happens. You win some, you lose some, and you draw some in some cases. But in this case, there's no room for draw. The winner must emerge. The Atlas Lion of Morocco emerged winner over Nigeria, who has reached the semi-finals 17 times in the past. So it's a wonderful Thursday. It's the day after the match. And today with Ezra, we're going to be looking at it. And also, we'll be looking at matches across the world. We'll be looking at another semi-final that caught the heart of Nigerians yesterday, the Carabao Cup semi-final on Tuesday. It was another leg of the semi-final played between Newcastle United against Manchester City, both of England. And yesterday it was a London derby with the West Londoners, Chelsea, hosting the North Londoners, Arsenal, at Stamford Bridge. We'll get to all that. Before we do that, I would like us to bring us to the home front. Yesterday, there were matches played at the Nigerian League, at the NPFL, Nigerian Professional Football League, and we had some matches played, so I'm going to read out the scores. They say charity begins at home, so we're going to just read out the scores. We had El Kaname Warriors played a 1-0 at the 1-0 victory over Bayelsa United. So the boys of Maiduguri, the Sunshine Boys of Maiduguri, the Warriors of Maiduguri, the same 1-0 lead over Bayelsa. Then you have newcomers to the league, Barrow, with a 2-1 win over Niger Tornadoes. So also, Abia Warriors played a 1-1 draw with Plateau United. Enugu Rangers played a goalless draw with Rivers United, while Kwara United lost at home to Bende Insurance 0-1. Nasarawa United also lost to Kano Pillars 0-1. The Nama Sugida, as they're fondly called, the Kano Pillars, was able to nip the Nasarawa boys by a goal away from home. Meanwhile, Shooting Stars of Ibadan won Eyimba, two-time CAF African Champions League winner, Eyimba, by 3-0. The Oluwole Warriors were able to show their superiority. Wiki Tourist of Bauchi lost at home to Warri Wolves Football Club. So it's a full, it was a very, very active week yesterday. What's your take on Nigerian League? Do you watch the league or do you follow the league?
I just follow it. I was not able to watch it. I just follow it.
And what do you think of the quality of the Nigerian league based on what you've heard so far?
Thank you for this question. Nigeria League now is something else. It's unlike years back. They are coming up with full force, trying to prove to the world that yes, Nigeria is indeed a country that loves football and a country that is striving to see that they make a lasting impact. Yeah. So it is a good thing, and with confidence I can tell you, yes, Nigeria is doing well. The leagues that they have been playing, all the teams have been pushing up to see that yes, Nigeria narrative is changed.
Yes, definitely. Because in the past, some few years back, apart from when the glorious days of Nigerian League was in the 80s, in the 70s, in the 90s, early 90s, after some time, then during even the early 2000s, the likes of Eyimba brought glamour to the league. Yes. But after some time, we started seeing a situation whereby every match, home team wins. But now the narrative is changing. You can see yesterday matches 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Among the 9 matches, we had 3 winning away from home. We have 3 teams winning away from home. We have 2 teams drawing. Yes. So it's a balanced league. And today, I think there's one more match to be played, which will be between the Katsina United versus. Okay, let me see which team will be playing. Katsina United versus Kun Khalifat. Kun Khalifat. Now, it is interesting to note that Kun Khalifat and Barrow United are new teams in the league.
Exactly.
And even Remo Stars, to a large extent, Remo Stars broke into the Nigeria Professional League just some few years back. So you can see new teams coming up, and they really are doing well. So let us look at the table, the Nigeria League table, the MPFL table. So as it stands, we have they've played 20 matches so far. Rivers United top the league with 38 points, followed by Abia Warriors with 34, Ikorodu City of Lagos with 32, Shooting Stars with 32. Those are the top four teams, while the bottom four, Bayelsa United with 23 points, Kano Pillars with 22, Plateau United with 20, and Kun Califat leading the table from the rear. The first two teams qualify automatically for the Champions League, while the second two teams play CAF Confederations Cup, qualify for the CAF Confederations Cup, while the last four teams goes into relegation. So that is the situation of the league. Well, after then we'll go to let's go to the nations AFCON. Let's go to AFCON before we come to international football. So for AFCON, we've seen yesterday we had the first semi-final match where Egypt locked arms with Teranga. The Pharaohs of Egypt locked on with Teranga Lions, and then the 73rd minute also, Sadio Mane scored the decider with a 1-0. What's the view about the match?
Well, if you look at the players, they were indeed ready to fight. Like, they have this mind, they have this winning spirit in them. Senegalese, of course, they played well. Not just about the winning, they thrive. If you look at the position, if you look at how their midfield bubble up, like that can tell you that, of course, they are ready to fight, and exactly what they did. So it's just that, they were not opportune to score early. Okay. That was the reason they scored at 70-something minutes. So I can tell you, of course, Senegalese, of course, they were playing well, and they deserve the winning, of course.
Okay. Yes, your analysis, the stats backs up your analysis, because if you look at it, shots on target were 4 for the Senegalese, for the Teranga Lions, and 1 for the Pharaohs of Egypt. A shot off target 4-1 also in favor of Senegal. Then we have block shot 5-1 in favor of Senegal. So then possession 64% to 36%. It shows that yes, the Teranga Lions were hungrier, they were more in control of the game, and they just couldn't convert their chances. Out of the 4 shots on target, they were only able to convert 1, while Egypt only had 1 shot on target. So it's the match that, yes, the Lions rawed.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
Eventually they triumphed. It's a good one. Congratulations. The Salah Mane battle continues.
Exactly.
Is this not the second or the third time they were meeting the AFCON? I know the last time Senegal won AFCON, it was Mane. It was against Egypt.
Yes.
It's a good one. That yes, this rivalry between Senegal and Egypt has become very tough now. They now become two teams because of the rivalry between Salah and Mane, and it's a good one.
Exactly.
For Senegal, that they're doing absolutely well in this tournament. Now they are going to meet the defending champion, Morocco, at the final. Now let's come to the match that concerns us all. Nigeria versus Morocco. Your take?
Nigeria versus Morocco. Indeed, the game was hectic. One thing I know with this match, before it was played, if you look at the performances recently, Nigeria performances and Morocco performances, you can come to conclusion that yes, the game was going to be hectic, and exactly what happened. Yes. The goal ended up goalless from both teams. Then it was during the penalty shootout, and Nigeria, because it was meant for them not to make it, they could not make it, but they tried. And then Morocco, in the other side, they boggle up because they are at home.
Yes.
And then you look at the massive support. Look at their fans. Their fans was there, but that was not even the case. Nigeria, the game yesterday was something else. The midfield, of course, there was not.
The Nigerian midfield yesterday collapsed to an extent compared to what we played against Algeria and other teams. We couldn't put together our game at the midfield.
Exactly. If you look at another team, our finisher, Victor Osimhen, he was not fed up at all. He was not seeing the crosses. The crosses was not coming until the day Moses, to the time Moses come up. That was when, he started feeding him crosses. But still, Moroccans, the defensive line, they already know who Victor Osimhen is. So if you look at the way they were marking him, one person cannot just handle him. This is one thing. But in the other way, and the other side, Morocco, of course, they played well.
They did well.
Since that was, it is their home. Of course, they have to cheer up their fans in return, because the fans, they came up in massive, population to show them their support. And so they did well during the penalty kick-off. In fact, even before the penalty kick-off, you see, of course, I can say they played well. If you look at the possession, the shot on target, and the corner kicks.
Yes, the number of corner kicks. So it shows that they were.
It shows that, of course, they played Nigeria.
Nigeria. If you look at the stats, they had more shots on target.
Yes.
Nigeria had only one or so. Shot on target, Nigeria won. Morocco had 5. Shot off target, Nigeria had 1. Morocco had 6. So we have a very lame attack compared to their own very potent attack. So I was shocked when I saw possession that Nigeria had more possession than them, 51-49 according to the possession area. But they made better use of their game. As at any time Nigeria had possession of the ball, it was either our defenders knocking the balls to themselves, or we couldn't penetrate the
That is it.
If you ask me, Morocco yesterday was a much better team than Nigeria. What saved us was the fact that our defense was solid.
Exactly.
Kudos to Bassi. That guy is a rock. He has proven himself to be one of the best defenders in Africa for now. He's still a young boy, Calvin Bassi.
Exactly.
He is someone that is going to miss the final because of yellow card he got. He's going to miss the third place match. I think Bassi deserves all our, and not with all due respect, every player on that pitch gave their best. And you could see, kudos to them. They didn't concede any goal in regulation time throughout the knockout stages. Against Mozambique, they didn't concede a goal. Against Algeria, they didn't concede.
Yes.
Against Morocco, they didn't concede a goal, if not for the penalty, which is anybody's game. So they did well. And I say, if you look at them, they are all most of them are young players.
Yes,
if you look at our right back and left back, we have Bruno Oyemechi, new guy who did well to
and
play
Osai
against.
As well.
To play against what's his name? The captain of the Moroccans.
And that is
Hakimi,
yes.
And I think Diaz on that side.
And
it is not an easy task, and he was able to hold his own. Then Osai played inside house. Osai is a player I really love the way he's very strong defensively.
Exactly.
Then you have the likes of even Shemi Ajayi did well. He was able to bring some of his height is always an advantage there. And also we had young players like Onyedika who grew into that team that played that for. Then we have the likes of Akko who are just breaking into the scene. We have Lukman. We have so it's a good thing. It's a bright future for Nigeria. And kudos to the Super Eagles. You did us proud.
Of course.
You did us proud. Then, our goalkeeper. What's your view about Nwabali?
Well, normally if you look at the comments on his performances from the supporters, Super Eagles supporters, there are negative comments on him because of the way his attitude. And another thing, like he's not that proactive. When keeping, he's not proactive. But yesterday, kudos to him. He deserved, a credit for his performances yesterday. He performed well. Well, with the help of our defensive line, you see he was shining. He even maintained, he makes sure that there was no hand. Of course, the credit should go to our defensive line because I will see emphasize on their performances. Kevin Bassey on the other side and Osai on the other side as well. they played well. You see, once you have good defensive line, you the goalkeeper, you'll be encouraged to shine.
Yeah,
You'll be encouraged to shine. So exactly what happened.
Well,
he tried. Indeed, he deserved the credit as well.
It's a good one coming from our defense. I think if you look at it, Bassi should be one of the players of the tournament, if you ask me.
Exactly.
He did a very, very well in the game. So, and again, let us look at the goalkeeper. You know one thing, you may say a lot about it, but when it comes to penalty shootout, this is the third time he's involved in penalty shootouts for Nigeria, and he's always saving at least a kick. So I think kudos to. He's a very good penalty. He just needs to work on himself. He's becoming over. I think what is wrong with him is that he's becoming probably maybe overconfident of the fact that there's no. So he's rash with his decisions. He wastes the time unnecessarily, and he takes too much touches on the ball.
Exactly.
Take too
you
much.
can say that with confidence. You can say that is just it. He is becoming, overconfidence, and when you are becoming overconfidence of something, you end up fumbling.
You believe that
you end up fumbling.
So he needs to work. He needs to work on that, and that is just one of those things that we need to look at. For missing the penalty, I think Chukwueze need to ask me. I don't want to hit on him, but Chukwueze need to assert himself more in matches. He's someone that is extremely talented.
Exactly.
He's someone that Nigerians have high hopes on him, but my problem with Chukwueze is that he's a player that plays one match well, then the next 10 matches he just fades out of the game. It needs this consistency. Is what he lacks. In terms of skills, Chukwueze, if you ask me, is the most skillful player in the team.
Exactly, you can say that.
But he lacks consistency. He's not a player you can depend on at all time. I think you need to work in that aspect of his game. Anybody can lose a penalty, but the problem people had with him was the laid back way he played the penalty as he was just passing. Put some energy.
Show confidence.
If you play it over the bar, we know yes, but don't just
show confidence.
Show some.
That was a baby shot now.
At least Bruno lost in zone, but you could see that yes, he made an attempt to score. But
yes.
I think this guy needs to work more on himself, and we believe that is a lesson learned for many of them.
Exactly.
They are still young, and they will get there definitely. So, that is it for the Super Eagles. So, the third place match against Egypt, which, what usually happens is that sometimes the coach will like to rest some players and feed those that have not really played in the tournament. Is a loser's final, that's they call it. Do you suggest that we go at full strength for the bronze, or we allow some players to just have a feel of the tournament?
No. See, they have been working tirelessly. I suggest they continue. I suggest our coach, he use them, despite the fact, of course, they have been trying and they might be tired now. But it is good for him to use them. You get it? Because when you see it result, at least since we are kicked out from the semi-final, at least let the third place, let us bring some happiness to the Super Eagles supporters. It will look somehow, since you did not make it to the final, and then the third place again, they kick you out. You see, it will be a dirty slap.
Nigeria has the best record in third place matches in AFCON. We've never lost a third place match in AFCON. We have the highest number of third places in AFCON, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, Nigeria has we've never lost a third place match.
Yes, I know that.
We've been to the semi-final like 17 times, so we have a very good record there. I've seen us overcome opponents in the top place, so I wish us all the best in this AFCON. That's any more thing to say about to the Super Eagles, to the fans, to anybody?
Okay, what I want us to, we as the fans, I happen to be one of the fans as well. So, and we as the fans, it is good to keep supporting Super Eagles. Because Super Eagles, of course, they have been putting smiles on our faces. So we have no reason. That is football for us. You shine today, you don't shine next time. You
time.
lose today, you win tomorrow. That is game. So do not withdraw your support because of the challenges the team is supporting. A dying fan will not withdraw his support
Definitely.
because of because of bad seasons.
Definitely.
No. So I advise us as a supporters, Super Eagles supporters, let's keep it up. Let's keep the spirit going. Once we keep on cheering them, of course, they will do well next time.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Very much. And the coach, finally, the coach. What's your take on Eric Chell?
The coach, of course, I like the coach. I like one thing with him, his confidence. He believed that his players will give him results.
Yeah, he has done his job.
This is one thing. He has done his job. There is nothing wrong with his lineup or anything, his substitution and other things. No, he's okay. The coach, one thing I respect him more of is the confidence. He just believes he has this winning spirit in him. He's not someone that is panicking anyhow. Because the players are not doing well in the pitch, then you begin to panic. No, from panic, if you start panicking as a coach, next thing you end up doing substitution that will ruin the entire game. So that
put
coach,
too much pressure on your players.
Exactly. So, but the coach wasn't like that. The coach is someone that is calm, and kudos to him. He really led well. It's just that luck was not in his side.
Thank you very much. I think when this coach was signed, I was a lot of backlash. Why would you sign someone, a Malian? Can't you sign a Nigerian coach? And if you want to go for a foreigner, why don't you go for an European coach or a South American? But I looked at, I've known him while he was coach of Mali. And the last Nations Cup Mali played. They were eventually knocked out at the quarterfinals, semi-finals by the eventual winner, Ivory Coast. And they played very beautiful football. So when it was brought, I said, well, let's give it a chance. For those who decided to bring in, they must have seen something. A lot of people kicked against it. They said it's from a lesser country compared to Nigeria, that is Mali in football terms, that is in quotes. And they say he had no pedigree, but he has proven that he's a very good coach.
Exactly.
The Super Eagles are playing some of the best football that we've ever played. They are playing very well, and we can see the rhythm in the team. So kudos to Eric Chell. I believe, if you ask me, his contract should be extended. He deserves it.
Exactly.
He deserves it.
He deserves it.
Okay, so with this, let me just go through some results of matches played from Tuesday, the Bundesliga, and then we'll settle down on analysis of some of those matches. On Tuesday, we had the Bundesliga matches. Stuttgart won 3-2 victory over Frankfurt. Borussia Dortmund 3-0 over Werder Bremen. And Hamburger, against Leverkusen, the match was postponed. While Mainz had a 2-1 victory over FC Erdheim. Also in the Copa del Rey round of 16, Deportivo La Coruña lost at home to Atletico Madrid. Leonesa lost at home 3-2 Atletico Club by 3-4. Real Sociedad drew 2-2 Osasuna, but they qualified through penalties. In the Coppa Italia, AS Roma lost at home to Torino, while in the Coupe de France, we have Bayeux losing 0-0 to Marseille. And the KMVB Becker, that is in Holland and Netherlands, FC Utrecht lost at home to FC Twente. So that is it. While the major match for that day, for those who love the English league, we have the EFL Cup, the Cup semi-final, which is Newcastle United lost at home to Manchester City. Semenyo scoring a goal, and then and also Semenyo scored 2 goals. VAR cancelled one.
Yes.
Then before Czech also scored on 90 plus 8 minutes. Newcastle had their chances, they didn't take it, and they were punished by Man City. It was a good match. Your take on that match?
Well, one thing with Man City normally don't play with chances.
Definitely.
This is one thing I know Man City with. They don't play with chances. And Newcastle, of course, they were having the chances to penetrate,
Yes.
but they wasted their chances. So, and Man City, of course, since they are just they are after result.
Yeah,
And if you are after result, you don't play with such chances like that. So this is one thing. And you guys, the goal from Semenyo, of course, that goal was a good one. It was a good one because it was a crossing from the other side. Normal one thing with Man City again, they have wings. They have good wingers. So I think they deserve the winning because they don't play with chances, just unlike Newcastle in the other side. They were having the chances, chances, but they didn't make use of the chances.
The first minute or two or so, this guy had a chance, and we saw that he couldn't convert that chance. So they have chances like that.
You see?
I watched the highlights of that match. Now, coming to the second semi-final match, the London Derby, it's always a match to look out for, Chelsea versus Arsenal. It ended with Chelsea 2, Arsenal 3. Let me just reel out the statistics, then we'll go on to do some analysis. If you look at the match, Chelsea had 5 shots on target, as against Arsenal 6 shots on target. Off target, Chelsea had 1, Arsenal had 6 shots off target. Block shots, Arsenal had 4, Chelsea had 5. Possession, Chelsea had 58, Arsenal had 42% of the possession. So if you look at this match, if you will know that it is not a one-sided affair. Because especially in the second half, Estavio and Co brought in some action into the match, and they rattled Arsenal, and Arsenal had just to use their experience to contain them. It's a good match. But as it is, Arsenal has in a way win lead going into the second leg. So what's your take on the match? What did you think Chelsea needed to have done that they didn't do in that match?
Okay, if you look at it, firstly, Arsenal, of course, their defensive line, they are very experienced. Yes, they are very experienced. If not, Chelsea attacking line, we are doing well. If you look at it carefully, the attacking line was okay. It's just that the defensive line of Arsenal, they were very strong and they use experience. It's one thing for you to be skillful as a striker, and then the defender, if you meet an experienced defender, no matter how you thrive, you will not penetrate. This is one thing. Chelsea, of course, they played well. What they needed to like their midfield, of course, their midfield was somehow leaking during the first half. And the midfield, they needed to buckle up in the midfield. So that was how, and Arsenal's midfield, of course, they were very doing well. And that is why they penetrated easily. Okay. But Chelsea's defense attacking line, of course, they did well. They did a good job. If you talk of Estavao, of course, I can tell you, he's very skillful. But even though you are skillful, if you meet an experienced defender.
Yesterday, he was so lucky to be pitched against Timber.
Exactly.
And Timber, we just wait for him to do all the running, then wait for him at the tight, and we'll put him in the tight. But the young man tried.
That's experience.
I believe if he had played probably maybe against Michael Lewis, with all due respect, he may have had more, and probably maybe that's why Arsenal didn't use Michael Lewis there, because they were both young. They wouldn't have the experience to curtail him. They did well. And Garnacho surprised everyone yesterday.
Of course.
When he came in, my head, some fans said, oh my goodness, Garnacho again. And he was able to squeeze out 2 goals for Chelsea. It's a good one.
Garnacho, if we talk of Garnacho is someone that is very aggressive in attacking.
Yes.
He wants to bring result. If you look at the recent matches he played, he was not having enough time to shine. He was not having enough time to play. Now look at the game he played yesterday. The goal itself, he was not even close to the keeper. He just shoot them. It was a good performance from Garnacho. Indeed, Garnacho, if not for his performances yesterday, I don't think Chelsea will have they will have ended up goalless.
Well, yeah. Okay, well, we will continue with this discussion and on other things in football, especially the English Premier League and other football. But let's go for a short break. Let's go for a short break where we'll come back. Sport Daily on Some TV continues.
want to score 280 and above in JAMB? At Taraba Business School, we can make your dream come through. Register now for our JAMB and CBT training. Intensive JAMB and WACE coaching classes with experienced teachers is ongoing. You will also be trained on computer-based training, CBT. Visit Taraba Business School today. We are located opposite Civil Service Commission, 183 Hamarua Way, Jalingo, Taraba State. You can call the following numbers for inquiries: 080 602 69140, 070 634 28464, 080 606 60861. Do you want to score 280 and above in
Welcome back to Sports Daily on Some TV. It's a wonderful Thursday, like I keep saying, and it's the day for you to maximize your potentials, whether in sports or whatever it is you're doing. Make sure you have a good day. And for those of you who are still feeling down because of the fact that Nigeria lost their match to Morocco, I say take pride in the fact that among 100 and something country, your country was the last, was in the last four. So something, and they played well. They did extremely well. The defense, the attack. They played a brand of football that's beautiful to the eye. So well, we've done well. We can only do better in the next tournament. And with me, still with me, is Ezra Dangana, a student of mass communication student of Taraba State University. Thank you once again for
Thank you, sir.
On the show. Well, we've spoken. Do you think, let's look at the second leg of the Carabao Cup. Newcastle, Man City, do you think there's hope for Newcastle there?
Well, from their, their performances yesterday and their recent performances, I don't think they have hope because Man City, they are already ready. They are ever ready to fight. To fight in the sense that they are after result. I know they don't play with chances. If Newcastle continue to waste chances like the way they did in their recent match, they don't have hope again. There's no hope for them. And then Man City, people's eyes are already on Man City because Man City, if you look at in the table in Premier League, Man City is doing well, so they will continue to shine.
What about Chelsea, Arsenal? Do you think there's a way out for Chelsea at the return leg at the Emirates?
Well, if you look at Chelsea and Arsenal, if you look at their recent games, they have been fighting very, very. It has been a serious fight. To predict Chelsea's game against Arsenal is somehow cumbersome, very difficult. But from their performances, if Arsenal will keep up their form, I don't think Chelsea will do anything. Without being biased, I'm telling you this. Because Arsenal, of course, they are playing well, they are doing well. Forget the fact that they have been playing draw, and other. They still have that hope to thrive more, to make sure they put smile on their supporters' faces. Okay. So Chelsea, I don't think Chelsea will go anywhere in their second leg.
Okay, thank you very much. Now, the English Premier League is still on. It's match day, I think 21 or 20 this weekend. It's going to be match day 22 this weekend. 22 matches already down. And we'll be looking at the matches that will be played on Saturday, 17th January, which will be between the first early kickoff is going to be Manchester Derby. Manchester United at Old Trafford will be hosting who they used to call the noisy neighbors in the past, Manchester City, the red side versus the blue side. So What do you think Manchester United, without a substantial coach, can hold their own against Manchester City?
Well, most of the times, games like this, it's not about having a substantial coach or something. You know, once the player, they coordinate themselves, they can give a positive result. So I think Manchester, of course, Man City, they have to buckle up for them to win against Manchester United.
This always happens.
Yes.
Manchester will be in poor form when they meet Man City. They just turn to something else.
One thing with Manchester United, the only problem is small teams that normally deal with them mercilessly.
Yeah.
But Man City, I don't think Man City, they have to stand firm. If not, in fact, I don't think they'll have a goal against Manchester United, because
Now,
most of their players are back.
Definitely. Now, Chelsea Brentford.
Chelsea Brentford. If you ask me to predict the game, already not without being biased, I'll tell you Chelsea is winning the game.
Okay.
Because
Chelsea.
I just take a good look at their recent performances, recent matches. Chelsea against Brentford. So Chelsea, if you give them winning, it is not a mistake.
Okay, Leeds United Fulham.
Leeds United, if I remember what they did to Chelsea exactly. Those up to now, I've been feeling it. This Leeds United is something else. Look at how they held Manchester United as well.
Yes.
Look at how they dealt with Chelsea. So I think giving them winning, it is a good idea.
Okay.
Leeds United.
Liverpool Burnley.
No, this Burnley, they have been, of course, trying. They have been trying, but you know, if they converge with big teams like Liverpool, though Liverpool has not been doing well, you know, in their recent matches, they have not been doing well. But still, that does not guarantee a team, you know, to just relax, thinking that they will come and have their own way against Liverpool. This one is somehow difficult, you know, for you to bring out a prediction against Liverpool.
Definitely. So you think Liverpool should be able to
win?
Sunderland
Exactly.
Crystal Palace.
Crystal Palace.
The kind of matches.
These teams are strong teams, of course. If you ask me, they are strong
solid
teams.
Premier League teams that can beat anybody anything.
Exactly, especially Sunderland. I cannot. In fact, in Premier League, I don't think we have small teams now. I don't think we have, because all the teams are trying, you know, to shine. So Sunderland against Crystal Palace, you know, this game is, to me, is unpredictable. It's not predictable.
Okay.
It's not predictable at all.
What about Tottenham West Ham?
Tottenham West Ham.
It's also a London derby.
Exactly.
Hotspur and West Ham United. What do you give to Tottenham? A draw or West Ham? Just
no, I give West Ham winning. I just don't know why. If you ask me, I don't have a reason for that.
But Tottenham are very, very inconsistent.
Exactly, I know.
They play a game, they win flawlessly. The next time they against teams that you expect them to win, they lose or they draw. They have not been consistent in their game. Now, another match that day, it's the 6:30 match, Nottingham Forest at home to Arsenal. What's
Nottingham Forest?
That's
Nottingham Forest. You know, Arsenal. One thing with Arsenal, they play well today. Next match, you know, I don't know whether it's the nature of the season for them. I can't tell. They play well, they win today. The next match, they draw or lose. One thing I'm proud of Arsenal, they hardly lose. It's either draw or they win. Draw or they win. So, Nottingham Forest, in the other side, you know, they have been a good team. They have been playing well from the beginning of the season, but it's just that they are not going anywhere. They have been playing well. There's no result, but they have been performing well.
You perform.
This is one thing I know with them. So if you give Arsenal winning, it's not a bad thing, because if you look at the recent performances, then you imagine what will happen next.
Yes.
You know, Arsenal giving them winning is a good thing. It's a good idea.
Okay, now on Sunday we have Wolves versus the Newcastle. Wolves I think they've won only one match against West Ham, where they won emphatically by 3-0. So today again they are at home. Do you think they can pull another one over Newcastle United?
Well, Wolves already, they should just give up. To me, they should just give up, because despite the fact that Crystal Palace normally, you know, I don't know whether they underrate matches or what. I don't know. But believe me, Crystal Palace would deal with
Newcastle, I mean.
Sorry. Thank you, sir. Newcastle will deal with Wolves, because of, you know, They don't. Of course, they play with chances, just like their last match against Man City.
Man City, yes.
They play with chances,
always,
but still, Wolf, they will see Wolf as a street, as a street team. They will play with them, do anyhow, and even win the game.
Okay. Aston Villa Everton on Sunday.
Aston Villa Everton. Aston Villa, we already know how Aston Villa are doing well. So if Aston Villa keep their form, if they keep it up, what they are doing, so giving the winning, I'll give them in fact 3-0.
Okay, now on Monday night football, Brighton versus Bournemouth. What do you think of that? Do you think Brighton will win at home to Bournemouth?
Well, Bournemouth, this one I cannot predict this game because if you look at the nature of Bournemouth, the game they have been playing recently, so.
And with the loss of Semenyo, do you think it will affect Bournemouth?
It will affect them, of course, because that player, he has been a key player in Bournemouth. He has been a key player, so it will affect them. Though the absence of one player, if the team, coordinate themselves, of course, they can bring a positive result, but it will still affect them in one way or the other.
Now let us look at the league table. We have Arsenal with 49 points. That is after 21 matches. Arsenal with 49 points. Manchester City with 43. Aston Villa with 43. Liverpool with 35. Then also Brentford with 33. In the fifth position, they have Newcastle, Manchester United, Chelsea, Fulham, Sunderland. Now let me ask you, if they tell you to tell me which team do you think will make the top four?
The top four.
The top four at the end of the season.
Well, if you look at it, already Arsenal, they are already heading, they are leading it. So look at the distance, the distance, the points. If you look at the point they have the high chances of, of winning the league.
Yes.
Exactly. Though sometimes it's not the beginning, the end is what matters. But Arsenal they are already shooting. They are shooting up. So, and Man City, if care is not taken, they will go nowhere because they are the one that, Man City and Aston Villa, they are the one that are likely to, to haul Arsenal back, to bring them back. But if you look at how Arsenal are thriving, so there is hope for them.
So you now say Arsenal, Man City, Aston Villa
exactly.
will be in the top four.
Exactly.
Now, where do you put Liverpool, Brentford, Newcastle, Manchester United, Chelsea, and even Fulham and Sunderland? Which one do you think will join these four?
Well, if Chelsea continue, performing the way they have been performing, think they will join them.
But if you look at it, Chelsea is at 31, Liverpool now is at 35. Do you think Chelsea can cover up that?
Of course, Chelsea can cover up. Yes, Chelsea can cover up.
Okay, that's good. So, well, this is what we're going to take for today, and I believe this weekend is going to be another beautiful round of football across the world, and we'll be here to do some analysis. And it's a daily sport program. Tomorrow we'll also be here. Thank you very much.
You're welcome, sir. It's my pleasure, sir.
Welcome. So I'm sorry for yesterday. It was a double jeopardy for Chelsea. And
it's okay. It's okay. It happens.
It happens. But pitiable. I looked them. They looked pitiable and miserable yesterday. As one lousy Chelsea fan, after Chelsea lost to Arsenal, the only thing he could say is that he's very sure by the time Arsenal gets to the final, Man City will beat them. I say that is a consolation. So thank you very much.
You're welcome. It's my pleasure, sir.
Yes, okay. Thank you very much, fans out there, wherever you are, whether you support Nigeria, Morocco, Egypt, Senegal, Mozambique, Algeria, be a good fan. Respect other fans. Say no to racist abuse. Say no to violence. Say no to any form of negative things in football and in sports generally. And for the football fans, stay with your club, stay loyal. It is all for fun. There shouldn't be any form of violence in it, and ensure that you keep your head straight and you keep your game intact. So thank you very much. It's a wonderful Thursday morning. My name is Abraham Manajuda. Keep watching Some TV Sports Daily.
Every day begins with a need to move with purpose, to shop without stress, to send without fear, to pay without delay. For every rider chasing time, for every home that needs restocking, for every voice that needs connection, for every dream that needs delivery. Now, one app brings it all together.
Supercab, move smart, ride safe, supermarket, groceries, gadgets, everything. Supercash, airtime, bills, transfers, done. Super logistics, fast, secure, right to your door.
It's more than an app. It's your movement, your market, your money, your connection, all in one place. Supergo, one app for services endless. Download Supergo today. Live free, live fast, live smart.
No time to shop, no stress. With Supergo, your groceries comes to you. We partner with trusted vendors, verified stores, no delay, no excuses, just values. Supergo Supermarket, your market now in your hands. With Supergo, your ride is comfortable, easy and convenient. Supergo is more than an app. It's a movement, moving people, powering threats, delivering value.